Good afternoon, everyone. So today class we discuss about equivalent circuit of induction motor. Equivalent circuit of induction motor. So we already said that one. There is no fundamental difference between a transformer and induction motor. A transformer and induction motor. So there is no difference between transformer. T by F indicates transformer and IM indicates induction motor. Induction motor is also called as rotating transformer. So we have to see in that one. We are already covered in a second unit equivalent of transformer, that is primary winding, resistance, reactance. This is shunt branch parameters R0, X0, R1, X1. Similar way R2 dash, X2 dash, this is the equivalent circuit of transformer. Equivalent circuit of transformer. Similar way induction motor. Induction motor have also stator and rotor. Stator means primary winding. Rotor means secondary winding. So I am indicate stator resistance, stator reactance, stator also shunt branch parameters, this is about stator. Similar way resistance, reactance of rotor. Equivalent circuit of induction motor at no load. At what the case? No load. That means here load is 0. So indicates that is shunt branch parameters R0, X0. This is stator. This one is rotor resistance, rotor reactance. Here the load is 0. When it is connected to load, that is short circuit the rotor circuit parameters. So that is the diagram look like same like the top. RR, XR, stator, resistance R0, X0, current is I0. Equivalent circuit when connected to load. That is the secondary side is short circuited it is connected, the rotor current is circulated. The rotor current is circulated. So the formula for rotor current is, so rotor EMF divided by R2 square plus SX2 whole square under root. So this derivation is very important to understand the principle. So what is the formula for rotor induced EMF? That is SC2 divided by R2 square plus SX2 whole square under root. So common the S, that is R2 by S whole square plus X2 square under root S. SS get cancelled. So we can get U2 divided by R2 by S whole square plus X2 square. So that is I2 R. The rotor current is indicated that the voltage at the rotor divided by resistance reactance. This combination is the impedance. So we can represent R2 by S. So R2 by S can be read as R2 plus R2 1 by S minus 1. 1 by S minus 1. So we can rewrite this R2 by S into this form. So we can cancel R2 plus R2 by S minus R2. Minus R2 to get cancelled. We can get R2 by S. So we can write this R2 by S into this one. That means R2 by S is R2. This C plus R2 1 by S minus 1. R2 is the power loss due to copper loss. R2 1 minus S by 1. That is the power loss due to mechanical output. That means we can represent this R2. Rotor reactance and rotor resistance here. The part R is can replace with R2 plus R2 1 minus S minus 1. So redraw the circuit diagram. So that is, these are the so here we can write this is R2. Similar way, this one is reactance XR and the mechanical loading, that is R2 1 minus S minus 1. 1 minus S minus 1. So we can replace this secondary in transfer to the primary. This RS, XS, R0, X0. This is I0. So we can transfer this secondary to the primary side. That is R2 dash equal to what? R2 by K square. Similar way you can replace R2 X to R this one. So and also redraw the circuit. This is R2 dash, that is equal to R2 by K square. Similar way X2 dash X2 by K square. This is R2 1 by S minus 1 divided by K square. This is RS Access. This is supply. This is a no load parameter R naught. X naught current is I naught. Current is I naught. So this whole term can be replaced with mechanical load of equivalent of electrical load equivalent of mechanical. Electrical load equivalent of mechanical load. That is, we can represent it as RL dash. We can represent it as RL dash. That is R2 1 by S minus 1 divided by K square. Divided by K square. This is also one term. And also here we cannot neglect the I naught. We cannot neglect the I naught. Because in transformer, the no load current. In transformer, the no load current I naught is 3 to 4% only. 3 to 4% only. That's why we can neglect that shunt branch. That's why we can neglect that shunt branch. But in induction motor, we have no load current. The no load current is 30 to 40% of full load current. 30 to 40% of full load current. 30 to 40% of full load current. So that's why we cannot neglect. That's why we cannot neglect this shunt branch. We cannot neglect this shunt branch. So replace that R2 1 minus S minus 1 divided by K square with RL dash. With RL dash. Redraw the circuit. This is X naught, R naught, RS, XS, R2 dash, X2 dash. This one is RL dash. This one is RL dash. This is approximate equivalent circuit. Approximate equivalent circuit. So here R2 by S is the power loss due to air gap. Power loss due to air gap. R2 is power loss due to copper loss. Power loss due to copper loss. R2 1 minus S minus 1. Power loss due to mechanical output. Power loss due to mechanical output. So this is about equivalent circuit of induction motor. Equivalent circuit of induction motor. So this one have finished our third unit. Up to now we finish third unit. What are the topics? What are the topics that we are discussed in this third unit? That is construction of induction motor. Construction of induction motor. Second thing, working principle of induction motor. Working principle of induction motor. Third one is slip of induction motor. Slip of induction motor. Effect of slip on rotor parameters. Effect of slip on rotor parameters. Rotating magnetic field of induction motor. Rotating magnetic field of induction motor. So power flow power flow of induction motor, and finally torque equations of induction motor, and equivalent circuit of induction motor. These are the topics we covered during this third unit. Actually the torque equations are fourth unit, but we cover in this unit also. So all of you once again revision the topics that of construction of induction motor, working principle of induction motor, slip of induction motor, and these are the and some problems. So less problems we cover. So solve more problems. So during this unit we have less problems we cover during this online session. So we have practiced more problems on power flow of induction motor and the torque equations as well as slip. These are the very, very important thing. So what are the topics that we have discussed in the fourth unit is, so as of our testing of induction motors, like testing of testing of transformers, we can discuss testing of induction motors. That is induction motors that we have OC test and SC test. Similar here also open circuit test and Blackwood rotor test. Blackwood rotor test, because transformer is a static device, that's why there is no physical rotation. Induction motor is rotating device, so that's why here open the rotor, that means open circuit, and short circuit the rotor, that means Blackwood rotor, that means the rotor does not rotate, and taking the values and calculate the efficiency. And the second unit all have to be discussed about the performance characteristics. What I am saying, performance characteristics, that means effect of slip with respect to the different conditions, and variation of the resistance, torque equations characteristics, and relation between condition maximum torque and full load torque, and starting torque and maximum torque, and some more problems. And one more important thing in this unit is circle diagram. So that is a very, very important thing, that is circle diagram. So definitely asked in all examination. Without this circle diagram question, there is no in the question paper. So all of you complete these topics during this day and write the notes. All the notes regarding this topic we can upload in our college site, that is CMS, and also some PDF sent to our WhatsApp group. So if you have any doubts regarding this third unit, please respond quickly. Okay, thank you.